My name is Mohammed. I am a businessman from Maiduguri, Nigeria. My question is, must one perform ablution after eating camel meat? As far as performing ablution after eating camel meat, or does your wudu break if you eat camel's meat, there is difference of opinion amongst the scholars. One group of scholars say that if you eat camel meat, your wudu is broken, and if you have to offer salah, then doing wudu again is compulsory. The other group says eating camel meat does not break your wudu. It is based on a hadith of the Prophet, in which Jabir ibn Allah will be with him, hadith of Sahih Muslim, hadith number 360, where Jabir ibn Allah will be with him. He asked the Prophet that after he eats camel meat, does he have to do wudu? And the Prophet says yes. Then he asked the next question, does he have to do wudu after he eats mutton? The Prophet says, you may do wudu if you wish to. There's another hadith mentioned in Abu Dawud, hadith number 184, where Al-Bara, may Allah be pleased with him, he asks the Prophet about wudu after eating the camel's meat, and the Prophet, peace be upon him, says that after you eat the camel's meat, you have to do wudu, but after eating mutton, you don't have to do wudu. So based on these two hadiths of Sahih Muslim and of Abu Dawud, which is classified as Sahih hadith, the first group of scholars says that if you eat camel meat, your wudu is broken and you have to do it again if you have to offer salah. It's a requirement. The second group of scholars who say that this ruling has been abrogated. There's another hadith of Jabir, may Allah be pleased with him, where the Prophet said that when you eat a thing which is cooked, you need not do wudu. So based on this hadith, the second group of scholars say, because this hadith is there, the other earlier hadith of doing wudu after eating camel's meat is abrogated. Now the point to be noted is that for anyone to say that this is abrogated, they require evidence that the second hadith should be chronologically after the first hadith. To say that eating cooked food, you need not do wudu, or eating cooked meat, you need not do wudu, you have to prove chronologically that the hadith of doing wudu after eating camel's meat came before this, and there is no evidence to show that. Secondly, the ruling that you need not do wudu for having cooked food is a general hadith, and doing wudu after eating camel meat is a specific hadith. If you say that the last hadith has abrogated the earlier hadith, that you need not do wudu after having cooked food, that means doing wudu after camel's meat is abrogated, then even not doing wudu after eating mutton is also abrogated. You cannot say only one is abrogated. So based on that, the first group of scholars say no, it's not abrogated. Yes, you did not do wudu after having cooked food, but specifically after having camel's meat, you have to do wudu. And this is the correct ruling out of the two opinions. And this ruling was there also agreed upon by Ahmad ibn Hanbal, may Allah be pleased with him, even by Ibn Khuzaymah. And in the recent scholars, Sheikh Abdul Aziz bin Baz and Sheikh Nasruddin Albani and Sheikh Ibn Uthaymeen, all of them agree with the ruling that if you have camel meat, your wudu is broken, and if you have to have salah, then you have to do wudu. And again, there's also a ruling that the evidence of the first group of scholars that wudu is broken is more strong. And another ruling that if you can follow a method which is agreeable by both, no scholar will say that if you have camel's meat, doing wudu is haram. They may say the wudu is not breaking, not required. So one group of scholars says that doing wudu after eating camel meat is the fard, the other says it's not fard. So to remove the ikhtilaf, you better do wudu, it is the safest. So when two opinions of two group of scholars are different, so follow that opinion which doesn't contradict both of them. So if you do wudu after eating camel's meat, no one will say you're doing wrong. The second group of scholars cannot say that doing wudu after eating camel's meat is haram. They may say it's not required. But the evidence, as I mentioned earlier, the first group of scholars say that doing wudu after the camel's meat is more correct and more appropriate, and I advise you to follow that opinion.